Welcome back, people. By all, by now we all are aware of the fact that Netflix The Witcher series has not been an accurate depiction of the actual Witcher series, whether it be books or video games. I've never played the Witcher video games. I did read the first novel, but I've never played the Witcher video games. I can't say I'm not an expert when it comes to the Witcher, but I do know some things. And what I can say is that they have just bastardized the crap out of the Witcher. Henry Cavill was the only person involved in that series who actually wanted to do The Witcher justice, and they didn't care. They didn't care. The first season of it was bland. The second season was god awful, practically unwatchable. It just never made. And let's not forget that whole blood origin crap that they put up with, which I said before, I will say again. Is the series is the Witcher series that they originally wanted to make. They wanted to do their own thing, and that was it. But it turns out that even the author of the Witcher books is less than impressed and could really care less about anything that Netflix is doing with this. He realizes it's garbage, and that's it. This article here from Bounding into Comics. The Witcher creator Andrzej Sapkowski, unenthusiastic when asked for his opinion on Netflix's live-action series. It seems that the Witcher creator himself, Andrzej Sapkowski, was like fans unimpressed with Netflix's live-action and canon-breaking attempt at adapting his work. The popular novelist gave his opinion on the lackluster, to say the least, series while speaking to Polish news outlet Drew's during I hope I pronounced that for whatever the name it is, during a recent appearance at the 2023 Taipei International Book Exhibition. This is what he had to say. Shared his opinion on Netflix adaptation of his novels. He said, "I've seen better, I've seen worse." Sapkowski's lethargic response comes as no surprise in light of Netflix's outright bastardization, yes, of his original books. They just use the name. I've said that many times. That's all they want. Not only did the show's Lauren Smith Hisridge-led production team veer sharply from the spirit of his original story, particularly with the recent Blood Origin miniseries. Yep, and like I said, that's the story they originally wanted to tell. But they also wasted the casting potential of noted Witcher fan Henry Cavill, who Sapkowski once praised as the definitive version of Geralt. This is what Sapkowski has to say. "I was more than happy with Henry Cavill's appearance as the Witcher. He said he's a real professional, just as Viggo Mortensen gave his face to Aragorn in The Lord of the Rings, so Henry Cavill gave his to Geralt, and it shall be forever so." Now, as of this article, he hasn't said anything about, Liam Hemsworth taking over as the White Wolf, but considering his reaction, I think he doesn't really don't care anymore written off that show. Admittedly, Sapkowski's disappointment in the live-action Witcher is in some part his own fault, as the author made it a point to completely separate himself from his production. In all adaptations, be it the first or the last, I am never involved in its development, he told the outlet. From my point of view, the book is the book and adaptation is adaptation, he explained. As Kipling said about East and West, this is East and West is West, and the two will never meet there. The adaptation and the original will never be found, never. That's all I have to say about this, because as you know, Netflix has signed a contract with me where it is explicitly listed that any production information I disclose will result in severe financial penalty, which is good for me because I do not know, yes or no, so I can't say anything. Okay, now, partially, they could say that, but partially not. if he is not directly involved, and you have seen it before where the authors are directly involved and therefore you get a better representation of what it is has to be done with these characters. That's one. On the other hand, he wrote a book and he decided, listen, the book is what I wrote. You're doing a live action production. I don't want to be involved in it. Fine. But that doesn't mean you don't base it on what the fans will want. You don't just stop and say, well, okay, well, we're just going to use the book as a reference, but tell whatever garbage we want to tell. It doesn't work like that. And you have nobody to blame for it but themselves. I won't blame the author. He wrote the book. You understand me? Some may say, well, yes, you know, he should have been there to accurately say what the fans want. Okay, you're free to say that if you want. But if you are doing a production of something that was written a certain way, it's your responsibility as the showrunners, as the people who are adapting it, to follow what has been written, to do it justice. That's what the fans want. The fans liked Henry Cavill as Geralt. They wanted an actual show about the Witcher, not your attempt to push some feminist dribble involving Yennefer and Ciri and all kind of nonsense, and then come out with this Blood Origin thing, where all you wanted to push in Blood Origin is female agenda, race swapping, and two-man kissing and figure. Well, that's what people are going to love. And if anybody can want to say, listen, this series is garbage, you come out and say, but oh, you don't like it because you're racist or you're homophobe or something like that. No, you made a terrible miniseries in Blood Origin. I have done review. I have talked about it. It was a terrible show. It got blasted. It was a literal Christmas miracle how badly people just kicked that in the curb. But now you have the author of the Witcher books coming on and saying that, you know, basically he could care less. You understand me? He could really care, because I don't think he doesn't care because it's not his work. He has written the books. He must care. Whatever I think he's saying is that, listen, they are screwing it up. And I am just distancing myself from this garbage, period. And I don't blame him. I really and truly don't blame him. So there you have it. The author of the Witcher book series could care less about the garbage that Netflix is putting out. And if that is any indication, it's not going to get any better going forward. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. I have a different opinion. I would love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. And every time I put out a new video, I shall see you all next time. Take care.